Okay, I'm not one who generally makes videos, but I always appreciate it when other people make videos to show how to do things. So I got into this job and discovered it was much more complicated than I anticipated, and I couldn't find any other videos on YouTube or online that showed how to do it. So this is how to replace the air cabin filter on a 2023 Lincoln Navigator. I think the model year, I'll look it up and put it in the description of the video, but I think it's like 20, probably like 21 through 25 or something like that. I'll look it up, but this is a 23, and as you can see, you have to dismantle quite a bit. You have to take the whole glove compartment element out. There are these clips. Well, first of all, there's 6, and I'm sorry, I've already got it disassembled, so I'll kind of make a video as I put it back together, and then you'll have to, I guess, watch the video in reverse to figure out how to do it. But there's 6 of these bolts. You can see where there's 3 on the bottom, and then there's 3 up top, and we'll see as we put it back together. There's a little light that I disconnected that connects to the top of the, to give light into the glove box. And then there's this side panel here that has to come off first. It's just these retaining clips that you can see here. These little white clips, they clip into these slots here on the side. So it goes in like this, and I'll show as we put it back together. We pull that off, you undo the 6 bolts, and then there's these retaining clips on the actual unit itself that will come out. Once you've got that out, there is, this is the compartment. You can see there where the air filter, the cabin air filter sits. Here's the old filter. You can see it's quite dirty. We started getting a musty smell. So that's why we are replacing it. We've got the new filter here. So I'll show you how this goes in. It goes in here. I should have my teenager here videoing so you get a better video experience. The airflow is down. So when you're putting it in, make sure you get the airflow correct. And it just slides into this compartment here. And then there's a cover over this compartment, this cover here. And it has 2, for lack of a better term, hinges. Go on the bottom, and then it just clips, and there's 2 clips on either side. Hopefully you can see that as I'm putting it back together. They just clip in. You can hear that snap, and those just clip there. So to take it off, you're just going to pull up or pull away on these side tabs, 1 on each side, and then it just slides down. You can see that. So that's how that works. So I'll reassemble this, and as I reassemble it, hopefully you can kind of see how you would disassemble it. Hopefully that helps you see how to do that. Okay, so reassembling this. First of all, I'll reconnect the light here. You can see there, and then there's these clips that will line up on either side. And the little clips lined up here. And I think you may have to put this other side in first because it sits in back behind this panel over here. I don't know if you can see that. Whoops. Hold the light out. There we go. Back behind that. And then you should line up those. This was a trick. On either side. To snap back into place. And then to lower this, there's 2 releases. One above here that you push up, and one on the side that you push over or push in. There's also this cable here that attaches to the side. That's the slow release. You have to disconnect in order to get it down. So once you get those clips all back in place, and none of mine broke, but if they did break, of course you'd have to replace those. But And it should line up with this when you go back in, and then you can see these 3 holes for these bolts, and then in the top you'll see lines in each of those. Though I realized I didn't reattach the light, did I? Oh, bummer. So with those pushed back in, those clips, I haven't put the bolts back in yet, but you can see there's this unit, and this is going to line up with the air that comes into the door. That makes the seal for the defrost on the side. So I think you slide this back behind the rubber seal here, and once you line that up with that hole, and then you'll see where these clips line up here, and you just push it into place. So when you're watching this video in reverse to figure out how to dismantle it, this you'll pull off first, but you should be able to just get a hold of it, or if you just use a little screwdriver like this, you can get in here behind it and then pull that off. It should come pretty easily all at once. So once you've got those all clipped back in, then it's just a matter of screwing these screws back in. Like I said, there's 6 of them. What size is this? How good are your eyes? 3/8.
Something 32.
3/30 seconds.
9/32.
9/30 seconds.
Yeah.
So I need a teenager, and my eyes aren't good enough. So not that you need to watch all of this, so we'll pause this and I'll come back and show you where these bolts are. Okay, so I got the bolts back in. As I said, there's 3 here you can see on the bottom, and then there's 3 up here at top. There you can kind of see 1 on the left, 1 in the center, kind of down, and then 1 on the right. So they're pretty easy to see once you get in there and see it. And you can see that there's no access back here to that, because right here is where the cabin air filter goes. And so I don't know why they built this so that this covers that up. It doesn't make any sense. It's just poorly engineered, in my opinion. Even though I love this Lincoln, I love this car, but whoever the engineer was, all they needed to do was remove that so you could get to the air cabin filter, but they didn't. So you have to remove all of this in order to get into it, which is kind of a pain. So now that you have that all screwed back in, we're going to reattach this cord to the side here. Last time I had to use a pair of needle nose pliers to get this connected. So you might want to pause so you don't have to watch me struggle. So reattach there. Actually, it didn't take me long. I just put it over the edge of the screwdriver and slid it on to that little thing. And then these 2 tabs, this tab here, and then this tab at the top will both connect again. And then it's connected and shut, and we're all back together. So that is how you replace the air cabin filter on 2023 Lincoln Navigator. So like I said, I started halfway through the film, so you'll just have to go, or through the project, so you'll just have to go in reverse to figure out how to get to remove this, but starting by releasing each of these tabs to get this down, releasing this cable, then those 6 bolts, pull this section off, pull these tabs. You kind of have to pull hard on it in order to access where the cabin filter is. Hopefully that helps.